Hey y'all, hey, it's See It With C, and thanks for coming to chat with me. This is the Monday meetup where if we are meeting up, that means we are having a travel announcement. I don't go live every Monday, but I only go live when I am making a travel announcement. And this is one that you all have been asking a lot about. Let's just say, welcome in for people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C. I do a lot of solo travel, mostly cruises, some land-based things. So come on in here. Let's get to chatting. We'll start the day by talking a little bit about the videos that I previously released, which were Mariner. I just had a premiere a few minutes ago. And then we'll talk about Valiant Lady. I know I talked a lot about Valiant Lady when we did the Brilliant Lady review. However, I wanted to spend more time talking about like just the cruising aspect, maybe like a day by day of Valiant Lady, because that trip, like, it's still sticking with me. And excuse the hat, y'all. My leave out decides it wants to do its own thing, and I'm tired of fighting with it. So I'm like, you're getting a hat today. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. Welcome in, 6 people. We got Phil and D's Travel Spree. Hey, Phil and D, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing well. Phil and D's Travel Spree, they just released a video on Saturday. I'm behind on my videos. It felt like I never caught up with life post. Hold on, gotta reset myself, get this off my chin, move you this way. Give up. Okay, there goes the fuzzy cat. It's gone. Phil and D released a video on, what did y'all release a video on? Ryu Nassau. So if anybody thought about the Ryu Paradise Island, whoa, welcome in 16 people. Y'all are here for our trip announcement. Get excited, get excited. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. It's gonna be a good one. It's a ship that y'all been asking for, and yes, the announcement is a cruise. And I think I kind of give it away a little bit with Platinum Cruise announcements. So you know. But anywho, Phil and D's Travel Spree has a video that they just released on the Ryu Paradise Island or something like that. So if you're interested in looking at like options at cruise ports, possibly private islands, check that video out so you can make an informed decision about your stay at Nassau, particularly with cabs. I was shocked to see that, Phil and D, your cab situation, because I thought the whole point of bringing the cabs in-house on the new cruise port was to make the cab experience a little easier. So I was surprised that y'all encountered that. However, that is a common practice for people who go to the ports heads up. Oftentimes they're going to try to fill up the cab instead of getting you straight to your destination. So just kind of try to time that, but it can get very annoying. So it was cool to see that video. Check it out for those cruise tips. We got Alicia. Hey, Alicia girl, welcome in. Thanks for popping by. We got On the Go with YOLO. I was stalking YOLO stories because she was at Epcot with Parkers and Team Reese and Sig and anybody else. Am I not supposed to say who's with there? Anyway, I was jealous because I love a good Epcot time. So welcome in, YOLO. Hey, we got a new YouTube fam here. So if you all, those of you who like particularly black couple content, traveling black couple, they were on Valiant Lady, and if y'all want to pop up to talk about your experience, I know this is like last minute. Hold on, I gotta see who's on I ain't gonna see who's on my porch. My porch cam is going off, and I'm like, nope, it's live time. I want to put in the chat in case anybody was on Valiant Lady with me. Let me pop a link in here. Hold on, I gotta remember this every time I come in here. How to share a link. Here we go. Copy. Boom, ba-doom. Okay, cool. Here we go. Boom, boom. If anybody wants to pop in, I know, but particularly a traveling black couple, if y'all want to pop in, introduce yourselves. I know you all just released your YouTube channel, and I met them on Valiant Lady. So just if you want to say hi, just introduce yourself to the YouTube community. It's 24 people in here and counting, so feel free to step on up if you want to. Steph Stone says, what up, folks? What up, Steph? Welcome in. Thanks for popping by. Yellow speaking to the chat because she has manners. And she says, I'm not mad at DBTW. See, y'all get me with the acronyms. Sig the Solo Cruises saying, whoop, whoop, Solo Cruises Unite. What's the next trip? Yep, and thanks for Sig. If we have a Monday meetup, as you all know, I don't go live all the time. So if we're couch cruising, we're getting deep into a topic related to cruising, talking about something that the industry has released, talking about a hot topic, talking about a new ship on an inaugural. But if we are doing the Monday meetup, this is where I meet up with you all the Monday before my next trip. And we have a cruise announcement. So I'm going to talk, I guess, a little bit about what y'all saw with the Mariner of the Seas vlog, which was the worst weather I've ever encountered at sea. It was so much that like it was to the point that they had like shut down the decks. And it was one evening that like whenever one door would open up, it would just sound like almost like gale force winds. And it was wild because they evacuated. Is that the right word? They evacuated. Oh, I gotta turn this camera. Sorry, y'all, having a 40-year-old moment. Sorry if you can hear the whir of my fan. It's just the middle age is middle aging. Yep, right there. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So yeah, the weather was like just kind of terrible, and it was wild because they evacuated us from Hideaway Beach Club, which is my first time at Hideaway. I want my 30 minutes back. However, you know, safety first. So it was cool to see Hideaway, but we had to get back on our ships like 30 minutes early because they have people who live on the island on Coco Key. And you know, there's so many nooks and crannies of Coco Key that they needed time to get us all back. And I got to see Icon. I got to see the girl Icon. She was in port. She was looking pretty grand. It was cool to see her because it kind of just released some of the like, I gotta get on her. But it was cool to see like just her in port and like the scale. And there was like I think it was an 8-day or 7-day cruise. I talked to a few people who were on board, and it was just interesting to get their perspectives. Kristen says, fantastic hat choice. Thank you, Kristen. This is from, I don't know if you all watch, I used to be really big into podcasts, and this hat is from the Read podcast. It's called The Read. Crystal and Kid Fury, and they do hot topics. And one of they have a segment where people can write letters to them or whatever. I can't remember what they call it. I haven't listened to them in so long. But they had a segment where every time that people write letters, and it was one point that like they will always get like relationship letters. And so it just became like an inside joke of like, if they send a relationship letter, they didn't care what the excuse was. The answer was always me break up with him. And I feel like it matched my tie-dye outfit for today. So this is what y'all gonna get. Don't break up with your spouses now. Y'all are stuck with them, okay? Okay. But us single girls can cut up a little bit. Alicia says, I'm weak at the hat. Hey, wrong answers only over here. Parkers are in the building. What up, Parker fam? Saying, hey, fam. Ruby's baby is here in the chat to let people know. Ruby says, we're back. I know. Did it feel like, was it me or did I feel like I was gone for a while? Because I got back on May 1st, and my plan was to like start getting videos again. And like when I say like all hell, but also good stuff broke loose on Valiant, not in a bad way, but personally, like while I was on Valiant, like the second to last day, which was Bimini Day, right? I went to sleep the previous night before Bimini Day. I went to sleep hella early, like 8:30. I was in bed playing with the iPad. You know, they give you on Virgin Voyages, watching the movies, etc. And I went to bed early. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and you know, like everybody else, check my phone. There's a message from my neighbor. So, you know, us who have our neighbors who watch us, you know, watch our properties and things when we're gone. A message from your neighbor while you're out of town is either a really great thing or a not so great thing. And in this case, my neighbor was like, hey, see, I think someone hit your car. And I was like, can you send pictures? And sure enough, because she was like at the stop sign. She's like, is your car parked at the stop sign? And where I am, I have 2 stop signs. So I was like, Lord Jesus, please let it be the other stop sign. Well, no, it was my car, and it was the stop sign. And for those of you who know, I've had this car for like 4 months now, okay? So, you know what, I said, like, you know, what can I do about it? So I sat on Virgin Voyages, because they have complimentary Wi-Fi. I sat there, I filed the police report, I contacted State Farm, and I took my ass to the beach. Like, what else can you do at that point? I texted my mom. My mom was just like, oh, Lord Jesus. And I'm just like, hey, look, calm down. You know, like, I'm not stressing about it. Thank goodness, but not thank goodness. My previous car, which was an old clunker, had got hit. Same block. Like, apparently we need traffic saving measures over here. I live in the heart of DC. My last car, but it was old. It was to the point that like I was getting ready to get rid of it anyway, had got hit. So I'm like, I'm thankful that I had a previous car situation where my car got hit, because that was my first time like ever going through the insurance process. So I'm glad that like I had practice, because if that was like the first time ever and I was on vacation, I think I would have like completely lost it. So anywho, then unfortunately I found out a cousin passed away that same Wednesday I got back from Valiant Lady. So I was just like, okay, Fridays are usually my editing day. And I just missed a Friday. Went to go hang with my North Carolina family, who as an adult, I'm starting to get to learn more and more of them. Y'all getting all the details. But anyway, so yeah, it felt like I had been gone from the channel for a while, minus like shorts. But it was only like when I looked at it, only 11 days. So welcome in 34 people. Enough about me, more about you. Phil and D's Travel Spree says, yes, Ryu Palace, Paradise Island. Yes, go check out Phil and D's Travel Spree. Definitely check that out if you are planning on staying at the Bahamas, because they were kind of giving vibes that like, this is cute for a quick, port stop, beach trip, but don't go and book this as a hotel that you want to stay at. Or Phil and D, would y'all recommend people stay there? I've only done on Paradise Island. I've stayed at Atlantis. And then there's a property called by the Comfort Inn and Suites there that if you stay at, I will say it's not the best. It's a little ran down. But if you're looking for the Paradise Island or Atlantis experience for the low, at one point they had a partnership that if you stayed at that Comfort Inn and Suites, you can get access to Atlantis Paradise Island. The only hook about it is the access point. You're going to walk a long time to get from that Comfort Suite all the way to where the action is, but it's way cheaper than staying on Atlantis. So a little fly-in tip for you if you don't mind. My good neighbors, Fats and Tree, are here saying hello to everyone. What up, Fats and Tree? Thanks for stopping by, neighbors. Phil and D says, woo, that taxi situation was a mess. Never had that much trouble. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all watching y'all's video, because you would think that the cabs would be filling up that quick. And like Paradise Island, I guess it's not, Nassau is a place where like there's so many people coming and going. I don't understand why they have to fill up the cabs that way, because they can it's only like 10-minute ride over to Paradise Island. But I guess they trying to save gas money like everybody else, child. Miss Didi is here. Miss Didi is saying, hey everyone, welcome in, Miss Didi. And Miss Didi, I gotta say apologies to you. Miss Didi is a channel member, and I did a giveaway of some Virgin Voyages tile clips, and I realized, Miss Didi, the dang on filter on what is this thing called, YouTube, blocked your email entry. So I think you and somebody else, maybe Margaret Logan, I owe y'all something to make up for the filter blocking your entry, because you weren't entered into the tile clip giveaway. So my apologies. I'll think of something for y'all. Who else we got here? Quality Child Care in the building. Welcome in, girl. BTW is by the way. Okay. Listen, don't be throwing, the acronyms. I use all my words, at least try to. My cruising family is here. Welcome in, my cruising family. And my cruising family, what's y'all's most recent if y'all are interested in land and cruise base, but it's not in the Caribbean, like a different kind of cruise and land-based experience, my cruising family, I think, did y'all just wrap the series up or about to wrap up a series about cruising from South Africa, which I found interesting because, as y'all know, and I know some of y'all are tired of me talking about it, South Africa is my favorite place in the world. So it's cool to kind of watch cruising from South Africa. I've only flown there. And it was interesting to watch some of the developments. So yeah, I won't ruin it for you all, but go tap into their videos there. Who else we got? Folks saying hello, thanks to Yellow. What up, Jaretha Parker? I was about to spill the beans in my trip announcement already. I got excited. Monet is here. Welcome in, Monet. A traveling Black couple says, thanks for the shout out. Half of our couple is missing right now. No worries. And I'm not technologically savvy enough to pop on my own Morgan. But hey, yes. And again, a traveling Black couple, they're new. Slow down. They launched their channel recently, and their channel launch was Valiant Lady, and I got to meet them on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady. So if y'all could just, hit a little tap of a subscribe button. Y'all know it's hard out here in these YouTube streets. We'll appreciate y'all support. Terkeisha's here. What up, Terkeisha girl? I love the braids, child. I am ready for some braids. Maracuna, hey, have a nice day. Thank you. And folks are speaking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I deserve that point. Hopefully Parker's gonna go because that's kind of how I felt that day. I was just like, Jesus, Merry Christmas. And Parker's, of course, they have a series. They're doing, it's been a lot of y'all who've done cruises, not necessarily out of Florida. Parker's did a series for cruising out of Punta Cana, which was an interesting thing to watch because that Dominican hustle ain't no joke. Who else we got here? Phil and D folks are speaking and they're saying no worry. Hey, Marilyn Mel Tibbs. And let's do one more before I guess I need to talk about Valiant Lady since I talked about Mariner Seas weather was trash. We only got to go to one port, which was Coco Cay. So I don't mind that we only got to go to Coco Cay, but that was probably the rockiest. That last night I had to, and I'm usually not prone to seasickness, I don't think. I didn't realize I was overdosing on ear patches. Only wear one. Don't ask me how I found out. I did not need to wear two at a time. But anyway, Mariner was basically, we wrapped up our cruise due to bad weather. And then I actually had clients, because as you all know, I'm also a travel advisor. More than happy to get you booked or whatever your next vacation is. Or at least give you some ideas, whatever you want. Reach out to me, seeitwithc@gmail.com. But I actually had clients on the Carnival Freedom who, if you saw my premiere, the funnel fire, those pictures or the video and the entry opening was actually courtesy of my client. I probably should have put that disclaimer in there, but they were courteous enough to share because I was like, what is happening? Are y'all okay? True, like travel advisor, like that's the worst, like to know that, your clients are somewhere and could possibly be in distress. But thankfully they were, all things considered, they were physically okay, but it was their first cruise and they were like really shaking that, like, can you imagine your first cruise and the damn thing catches on fire? Phil and D says, I talked to the guests who were staying there and they were so disappointed. A lot of first-time Ryu guests. I told them to give Ryu another try because this was way out of the ordinary for Ryu. So I know a lot of us talk cruising, but we also talk land-based over here. And if you are considering, you going to the Bahamas or sending clients to the Bahamas, be mindful of the Ryu Paradise Island. It doesn't seem like a sexy good time. And I would say usually like all-inclusive, you have to kind of like be considered, not saying like this is Phil and D's situation, but any of you who are interested in all-inclusives, I would say temper your expectations because a lot of times they they put the most money towards the food and the drinks. And a lot of the rooms are run down. So you don't want to get like your cheapest all-inclusive. You want to try to bump up a little bit and try to get that mid-level. And I will say like Ryu, like for instance, I have some clients going to Ryu in Montego Bay. They usually try to have like a big compound, and what you see is they have the lowest budget. I won't say low budget, but there are like three different pay categories for Ryu. So for instance, they have like a one on the left that's all family, then they'll have like a mid-range, and then they'll have like a premium building, and they're all kind of right there, but they have different restrictions. So that's just something mindful of for the all-inclusive folks. But I was shocked when I watched y'all's video. I was like, wow. But I have encountered sometimes not all-inclusive experiences where I look in the room and I'm just like, and they really put all that money towards like the pool area, that kind of stuff. But it was cool to see. And y'all definitely made lemons out of lemonade. On the Go at Yellow says, happens everywhere. Tour guide did it in San Juan. He made up for it, but it was a rough start. Yeah, where they try to pack up a cab. So just be mindful of, if you're going anywhere in a rush, just building a lot of time because they might be packing in the cab going to and or from, and particularly you're going from because you're trying to get your butt back to the ship or whatnot. So that's just something to be mindful of. Don't let it, cancel your willingness to do what is exploration, but just that's something to be mindful of. And welcome in 38 people. My name is Carlene. This is See It With C. And this is the Monday meetup where if I'm meeting up, it means we have a trip announcement. And this is a big one. It's a ship that y'all been waiting for, or asking a lot of people, are y'all getting on? So All right, let me do one more comment and then I'm gonna talk about a little bit about Val. Oh no, I can finish up. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bottom of the chat. Then I'm gonna talk about Valiant Lady. My cruising family says we have a few more vlogs from the cruise and one land-based vlog from Cape Town. Cool. So if you're interested in seeing Cape Town and what cruising on MSC out of the country, because PETA mentioned that cruising MSC outside of the U.S. was very unique, or I would say cruising MSC, let's call a thing. Cruising MSC out of Africa, particularly South Africa, the food seemed better, the vibes seemed better, and she talks a lot about that in her vlog series. No problem, you're welcome. Seth Stone says, damn, I didn't know you could overdose on the ear patches. Yeah, Seth. So here's what was happening. I had like 2 or 3 cruises where I was just like, why do every time I thought I was getting seasick? And I was like, dang, I got seasickness now. Like, you know, thinking as I aged, this is something new. However, and I was like, why do every time I get on these ships, I'm getting queasy? And I learned I was putting too many patches on. So now I can't even like put the patch on for too long. What I do and what I've been trying, and I've been feeling better. I'll put a patch on early and take it off, like put it on like long enough for it to seep in, and then I'll take it off, and I haven't been getting that like queasy feeling. Like I was kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like seasickness, to be honest. So yeah, only thing I could think of was like, you're putting too many patches on. So I was trying to be, you know, super safe, and ended up like I was starting to feel it, and I was just like, what's wrong with me? Why do every time I get on these ships I feel like weird? And it was actually the motion sickness patch. So now I don't even keep it on. I might wear it for one day and then usually when you put the patch on, it kind of like the effects can linger for a couple more days. That's my new thing now. And I haven't got that queasy feeling in a bit. Six says, not cover her body emotions. Look, I was trying to be super safe. And almost took myself clean on out. Because I was like, why do I need ginger ale? I felt like I needed a burp. It was like a weird, like gross feeling. I was going to bed early, but I usually go to bed early. I still go to bed early. But yeah, I learned that you can put a little too much motion sickness in your life. My cruising family says, not after Brandon's vision story. And you know what? It was 2 people that made me think about it. And the first person was Sydney Stevens. Because I was saying like, oh, I put a patch behind both ears. And Sydney had commented in a chat, and I was being hard-headed. So my apologies to Miss Sydney. She said, see, you know, that's like not a good thing. And I was like, oh, girl, I'm fine. Then I think Siobhan and Brandon, Proctors of the Go, were talking about Brandon losing his vision. Now, Brandon had the medical grade. I don't have medical grade. I just have the little made in China ones from Amazon. But though whatever those got in them was enough to like make me feel nauseous if I put too much on. So now my thing is I put it on. I might wear it for like the first day. I try to put it on like maybe an hour before getting on the ship, wear it the first day, take it off, and then reapply one maybe the third day and go like every 3 days or something like that. Because yeah, I learned that seasickness patches actually make me a little seasick feeling. So yes, thank you to all the people who warned me. Thank you, Parkers on the Go. Thank you, Miss Sydney. And at least I didn't go blind. I didn't. Parkers on the Go says, hopefully the overdose didn't include you go blind. Nope, it didn't make me go blind. It literally, I felt like nauseous. And I'm just like, why do I just feel gross? And it happened across 3 different cruises because maybe I thought like one cruise is because maybe, you know, I caught something or something like that. And it wasn't like I didn't have any like symptoms, I felt like gross. And then when it happened 2 more cruises, I'm like, you're doing something. And yep, it was the patches. Process elimination. All right, a traveling Black couple says it's time to talk about Valiant Lady. Yeah, it was a little choppy on Valiant Lady. We were rocking. So yeah, this was the first time. Let's talk about Valiant Lady. OMG. That cruise was so good, y'all. So as you all know, I'm hosting a group cruise Labor Day 2025 on Valiant Lady, and I'm doing the 5-day Dominican days itinerary. So what I did was I took the same cruise in, when did I take that cruise? April 26th through May 1st on Valiant Lady to like start pulling my schedule together, start pulling the things I wanted to do together. So let me see. The first day, sail away, as you all know, y'all watched the live, my sail away live, where I found out that your favorite couple was on board. I got to meet my girl Angel, who was also planning her group cruise. However, this is the first time we were talking so much, I actually missed the bubbly, the sail away champagne. But the sail away party had a little fun to it. It wasn't like super wow, but it had some fun to it. That evening, did I eat that evening? I can't remember I think I went to the galley. So that's something that Virgin, I know I've been watching like people's original version, Voyages stuff, and then to now, Virgin has now, I guess, heard y'all's complaints. And I will say, I feel like Virgin actually listens to those, what is this thing called? The surveys. Because I've said some things in the surveys that like I've seen come to fruition. Like I wrote that whole Asian night market into my survey, hand to the sky. And what are they doing this summer? Having an Asian night market. And Virgin, y'all can pull the receipts. And if you want to give me a cruise on that Asian night market situation, just holler at your girl. But anyway, back on topic. One of the things that people were complaining about was Virgin, the whole restaurant situation. So Virgin has now added like a few options in the buffet where you can walk up. And the first night they had like a butter chicken, a salmon, a duck, I think, or goat. Can't remember what it was. Some animal. And some good veggies. So my first night I ate dinner in the galley. And I went to go see the Lee Boys. They had a new frontline singer. And we were cool. That was the first night. Then day 2 was the deck party. Actually, it wasn't supposed to be a deck party. I decided day 2, I was going to do 2 things. First, I did bingo. Welcome in 44 people. I'm Carlene. We got a trip announcement coming soon after I review the Valiant Lady, my previous cruise. So I woke up. I did bingo on Virgin. For the bingo players, I will say bingo on Virgin is worth it. So you can get a $30 one card that has 3 games, on a card, or for $45, you can get the 2 cards. And then I can't remember what the option, it might have been $60 for the next option up. I figured 2 cards because they don't give you daubers. They don't give you daubers. You have to pop out the middle. But they're making some good money on bingo. So the first game was like $300. The next game was $900. The next game, it was 4 games. The next game was like $1,200. And the game after that was $1,900. A traveling black couple. I saw yours video. I was watching your video yesterday. So they were in bingo too. They had good money. And actually was it the second game and the third game, or the first game and the third game had only 1 winner. So I would say bingo on Virgin is worth it because they don't play games with the money that like some of the other people do. It seems like where you pay all this money and you don't have a good shot. You have a pretty decent shot at bingo. So then I took my hind pots up to the pool and I was like, Carlene, we ain't cutting up today. We're going to sit down. We're going to read this book. And that's going to be it. Well, I will say Virgin also kind of listening to their surveys. I won't say they fully fixed it yet, but it feels like that they've turned their DJs a little loose. So they still have to play like certain songs, but you can tell like at some point that they let DJs have free reign over the DJ set. And next thing I know, we were in the pool and shaking it around. It was a good old time. I don't even remember what I did that evening. I think I linked up with some folks for dinner and then onward. Day 3, which is what traveling black couple was talking about, was we were in Dominican Republic. We got rained out. However, your favorite couple is in here. Well, first Alicia says you can take Dramamine a day before. Oh, okay. See, and Dramamine was making me tired because I drink and I can't do both. So I went for the herbal patches, but maybe I'll try Dramamine. But it seems like I'm at a good point where if I only just stick to one patch, I don't get that weird feeling. Talk them up. Your favorite couples in the chat. They were on the ship with me. So these were the only brave souls that actually got out on Dominican Republic. Oh, and so did a traveling black couple. They went out and checked out the Puerto Plata beach area, which is actually very pretty if you get a nice day for it. But your favorite couple, they had a whole dune buggy excursion, which was cool to see because a lot of folks were pissed off because the dune buggy excursions were, or not dune buggy, a lot of people's excursions had got canceled in Dominican Republic. However, YFC was able to go, and they got a video where they did the what's it called, ATV riding, and that was hilarious to watch Key and Shelton navigate the mud. So that video is called, what is it called, like Dirty in the D? I just made y'all a new title. It's called Dirty in the DR, Getting Dirty in the DR. So if you want to watch that one. I stayed on the ship that day and my whole point was I wanted to go to the port to go check out some stuff, but I didn't make it. But anyway, weather, we were rocking and rolling from like the DR all the way till we got to Bimini. So it was a little choppy. And they moved Scarlet Night indoors. Welcome in 47 people. They moved Scarlet Night indoors. So this is my third Virgin cruise. I've never encountered Scarlet Night indoors. And shout out to Team Replay and shout out to the lurkers. Love y'all. So they moved Scarlet Night indoors, and that was the first. It was cool to witness, but it's still not the same vibe. It's still not the same vibe, but they did something. So yeah, and then of course Bimini, and for me, you all will get a video. I actually did an excursion for the first time in Bimini, so I didn't just do the beach party. I decided to actually take an excursion. And that video is coming up because of an excursion that scared the crap out of me. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because I snorkel with sharks. And I'm going to save that for the next Monday meetup. A traveling black couple says the Lee boys were fired. Yes, they were. And they actually got off this ship to go to Jazz Fest, New Orleans Jazz Fest, or New Orleans. The French Quarter Festival was going on in New Orleans. So they were getting off the ship when we got off. Hey, Travel with John Spade. Welcome in. It's first time catching alive. Well, welcome. Cool. Come on in here. Make yourself comfortable. Talk to the people. Oh, LaRon is here. LaRon. Okay, I'm going to invite LaRon to come up. So here's how small the world is. Hopefully LaRon's still in here and I didn't get too off track running my mouth. LaRon, I put the link in. Come on up here and talk about that day on the pool deck. Here's how small the world is. LaRon and I were at a wedding together pre-COVID. And we were just met at the pool. We're having a good old time. So hopefully he can come up here so you can talk about your experience on Virgin. I'm going to run my mouth for a little more. But welcome in, John Spade. Happy you caught alive. And welcome to everybody. It's CUSC. Thanks for traveling me. And we are here for the Monday meetup where I talk about a little bit of channel updates, the videos I release, and then I do a travel announcement. I'm going to give LaRon like 2 minutes to click on that link. And if he does it, then I'm going to get into the channel announcement. Margaret Logan says, Happy New Week. I'm late, but here. Yes, Miss Margaret, you made it, girl. And LaRon is here. Hopefully he can pop up. Please, please, please. Your favorite couples saying, hey, the Lee boys were amazing. Yeah, and it was funny because all of us became expert sound system people that day. When we watched the Lee boys, their initial day, their sound was completely off. Their sound was way off. We couldn't hear the lead singer. And it was so funny because the lady on the left-hand side had the she had the iPad working the controls. And so I walk up and you know how all of a sudden become like a master at everything. What is it called? Master at everything and something expert at nothing. I don't know. But I knew that sound was off. So I walked over to her and I was like, are you the sound person? And she was like, no. And I was like, yes, you are. Like, fix the sound. Anywho. But they ended up getting it together the first day. The sound was a little all over the place. But by that second day, they got it together. It was good. Come on out the bushes. Yes. We know the lurkers be lurking. Y'all be so funny acting. Like, you don't got to watch all quietly. It's okay. You know, it's okay if you cheat on your favorite channel and get caught in my chat. Ain't nobody going to tell. Ain't nobody going to tell. Don't nobody care. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment, boo. And then a traveling couple says, are you referring to the twerk battle at the pool? LaRon, come up. Here's the link. LaRon, hit that link. LaRon, hit the link, please. My burner phone is over here. So anyway, yes, the insane twerk battle at the pool. And if you are one of my channel members, I gift it because I don't think whenever I get to editing that video, I'm not going to be able to put those clips. Like I have some clips, But I'm not going to be able to put those clips in my video. One, probably because monetization. Well, monetization because of music and monetization for the content. However, the C-suite, my channel members, my boo is here. Hold on. But my channel members, y'all got the behind the scenes. Tell them in the chat behind the scenes footage of what y'all saw.
Yeah.
Hey!
What's up? What's up, my friend? How you doing?
Okay, now I got you.
What's up, friend? I'm good. How you doing?
I am well. You are busy, Frat.
I am. I'm at a damn Alpha Social, but I'm happy. I had to join because I want to hear your perspective on the cruise.
No, I want you.
My first time on Virgin. It was a damn good time. So I'm happy.
Tell us really quick because I know you're at an event, but I met cool. Go ahead. First time
tell
on
them
Virgin.
What you want me to tell the people?
About the first time on Virgin, and what's your favorite part?
Yeah, so it was my first time. I was on a cruise with C. We met at the Torque Battle. And long story short, we ended up knowing that we went to the same graduate program at Florida State University. We know some of the same people from Florida State University. She's a soror, aka A5. What's up? I'm at an athlete event. That's why I got on there. I'm not a neo like that. And then but it was my first time, and I will say I had a great time. I've been on Royal, Carnival, all those things plenty of times, but there was something about Virgin that was very different. That one, it was freeing. It was, of course, adults only. But the good part for me was that I enjoyed every freaking last restaurant. The food was amazing. We had fried chicken wings the first day, right? And they were busting. And like the second day, I was like, damn, where the chicken at again? I literally asked the chef for chicken wings, and we had chicken the next day. Like, I was like, oh, this is what's up.
No, LeBron harassed them people.
I harassed them people about chicken wings.
I know you had fried chicken.
Listen, and they found a cook from the shore. Whatever happened, they found me some fried chicken that was busting again that next day. But the restaurants were amazing. The reservation process could get a little clunky just if you're not familiar with it. Mm-hmm. And if you're booking last minute, you probably miss out on some of the reservations. But they do a great job of like putting you on wait lists and notifying you of things of that nature as well. I heard you also talk about the DJs. DJs were crunk. DJ Liana, I think her name was. Mm-hmm. She was the best to me. I think she should have been at the pool party at Bimini Beach instead of the other guy. That's just my opinion. But yeah, it was cool. I definitely will be going back again. And
when you go back, let me know.
Yes, I will. I will let you know to figure out which one I'm doing. But people and I can't see comments or whatever, but if there's questions, I'm happy to ask people as first timers. I went with my husband and my cousin and his spouse, and we just had a great time. Of course, we met a lot of people. Actually, the folks we met in D.C., he was here this weekend. He hit me up in Atlanta. We hung out. Like, it's just cool, like random meetups and stuff like that happens all the time.
What is the number one tip that you would give her? Two questions for you. What is the number one tip that you would give a first-timer on Virgin?
My number one tip for a first-timer at Virgin is if you can, book early. And I'll say that only because I booked on April 4th for April 26th departure. And one is all pay, all due at that one time. Luckily, our rates are a little different, but I had to pay everything at one time. And then the reservations were a little bit harder to come by, especially for a group of 4 people to get into restaurants that you really wanted to enjoy. So if you have the opportunities and the capabilities to book ahead of time, like months out, I would say do so. And although they don't have drink packages, they do the bar tab. Like, honestly, between the two of us, we spent $300 for 5 days on drinks. Mm-hmm. And we was buying other folks drinks and stuff like that. So I think that was pretty reasonable. Average drinks was like $11. All
right, drink package, Poppy.
Yeah. So, hey, Miss Parker. But what else? What
would you say? Like, how do you find fun on Virgin?
Say that one more time.
How do you find fun on Virgin? Because some people, it's such a different cruising concept. Like, it's not. You've cruised before, right?
Yeah. So I think like I'll just say we just did a cruise in February on Carnival. Like, Carnival things are more like curated, fun type environments. Like the whole sail away party thing. Like, the people are there, they're engaged, they're trying to get you up. You have the dance contest. You see all of those in the reviews on the cameras and stuff. They're like dancing battle. I think you really do make the fun your own. You connect with people in different areas. So it can be the twerk session by the pool, or it can be a game night where you just meet folks. And we went into on the seventh deck and really in that whole like the bar area. I forget what it was called, but we played game. Oh, you were there. We played games.
Yeah.
We had the game boards.
You
And we
became
just
like the camp counselor. You were like, okay, after the pool party, we're going down to the social. We're going to eat some hot dogs. We're going to play Uno.
And we're going to play categories and Uno, and then we're going to keep it moving. And so those are things like you can just curate on your own. It's not always a turn up like it is on Carnival, which is cool for whoever wants that. But then also like you get away. Like the spa, the one thing for me, we did the spa package. We paid $258 to visit the spa every day, anytime we wanted, from 6 a.m. to midnight. Every day it was open. We didn't do the port days, which was like $49 or $69. We just paid the $258 a person, and we didn't have to go at a certain time, because if you did the day packages, you're going to be there for 3 consecutive hours. They picked the hours for you that was available. And so that was a great option for us. It was relaxation moments as well, where we didn't want to be cooped up in the room, but also we didn't want to maybe turn up, right? And so we went to the spa for 2 or 3 hours and just relaxed and got treatments and stuff. So I would say the curation of fun, I think, happens from the people that, one, you may meet. There were a lot of single travelers, solo travelers there as well. They had their own meetups that was coordinated on the boat through the Messenger app. There were the queer community. They had their own meetups as well at the different bars. There was something for everybody. And I think people, what I hear as an agent myself too, I hear that Virgin is over-sexualized, or it's gay, or it's this. They have those aspects, but it's not over in your face. It's not all that good jazz. They're there to make sure you have fun. They're free-spirited. And the one thing I will tell you about Virgin crew, and I'm gonna let you take back over your live, is that the crew are happy.
Yeah.
The crew, they're in the gym with you, y'all. They're in the spa with you. They're eating with you. They're not stuck down in the quarters, cleaning rooms and all that good jazz. And we actually talked, and I'm a connecting. I like talking to people. Carly, I know you know that.
Thankfully, because like after meeting y'all, my whole cruise, like, I was having an okay time, but then like after meeting y'all, my cruise just turned like
yeah. And so like for me, like we got to talk to the people, and they genuinely were like happy. And there were people that were from America, from Colorado, from Texas, that were working on these cruise ships, and the quality of life seems great. I just didn't see them as service, right? I saw them walking by, and everybody worked there. They were fine. Everybody worked there was fine. I'm like, where y'all get all these fine people from working on the boat? Like, they were fine. But long story short, the service and then just talking to them, like you can hear that you would never get to interact with folks on the Carnival cruise the way we did on Virgin. Right? It was amazing. From the check-in process, their cruise terminal, the best cruise terminal I've ever seen. Easy check-in. We got there 30 minutes before our arrival time. They were already inside. We didn't have to wait in another line. They told us to go in and go ahead and go. And it was real easy, y'all. Like Virgin, they're a little bit more expensive, but it is worth every penny, I think, in my humble opinion. I actually just sold one of the packages to my barber. So he's going to take his wife. But yeah, it was a dope experience. Hey, Miss Parker, yeah, I like to talk too, Miss Parker. I love to talk.
Yes.
I keep talking, but I ain't
y'all
gonna
are
take
both connectors. Y'all are both connectors for sure. That's how I met Saran on a cruise ship, just talking to people. So hey, Laron, you are also a TA, so I want you to drop your travel stuff, your information, because you also do unique stuff with like HBCU tours. So I want people to know that you can do their vacations, but you also got something unique going. So whatever you want to pitch, where can people find you?
Yeah, absolutely. At LL Travel Adventures on Instagram or Facebook, at LL Travel Adventures with an S. You can find me there. But yes, I do curated HBCU experiences through contract with different colleges, community colleges, trio programs. So if you're connected to those things as well, definitely hit me up. Vacations, as she said, cruises, all of that good jazz. All right, frat. Fraternities, sororities,
Are you doing like LGBTQIA plus like specialty?
No, I'm in the community, but no, I'm just everybody, right? Like I'm everybody. We cool. I'm good with everybody on the block, right? So at LL Travel Adventures on IG and Facebook. Love to hear from you. Or at It's Your Boy, ITSYABOY _LL on Instagram for my personal page. thank you, Carlene, for I would never forget that, for having me on here. My cruising family, thanks for sharing all that, LaRon, and welcome.
Thanks for popping
Listen, that's just my
in.
first cruise too, right? I'm just really was excited about it, and happy that I did it. I took the training. If you're not a travel agent, I don't know, become a travel agent, take the training. We only pay $100 a night, y'all. That's a little secret. I don't know if Carlene wanted me to say that or not, but
Look, my host
baby,
agency probably don't want you to say it, but
oh, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
you said it, not me.
I said it. Don't blame her. I said it. But become a travel agent. Work with us. We work together. Let's do something.
Yes.
Let's have a good time. And it's money out here for everybody, right? So thank you for the plug and allow me to plug that. And anybody else on there, please connect with me. But Carlene, I'm going to stay around and
Thanks
listen
for
to what else you got to
popping
say.
in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Okay, I got to kick you from the studio.
All right.
So, see, really cool person. And it was, again, small world. I had met LaRon. Actually, no, I did not meet LaRon, but we were at a COVID, or I wasn't supposed to say the C word. We were at a wedding February 2020, before the world shut down. Like, I was literally in my hotel room watching somebody be stuck on a cruise ship, to now, like, 25 cruises later. But yeah, we were on the pool deck. LaRon and I were two of us who got the party started. And we had started like a battle across the pools. And it evolved the second day. Like the first day, we kind of kept it semi-cute. The second pool day, it got out of control. So that's where y'all got the footage from. And now it was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, I will say, like, sometimes on cruises, or it depends on what you want, because not every cruise I feel like I am. Thank you, Partners to Go, for following LaRon LL Travel Adventures. I hope I wrote that right in the chat. Siobhan said she just followed IG. Thank you. But yeah, it's just sometimes, just like, get out of your comfort zone, say hi to people. And like, we started talking. And then I was just like, oh, LaRon was doing some sort of dance. That's what it was. LaRon was doing, like, I can't remember, it was called the City Boy. I don't remember. But he was doing a dance from Florida. And I was like, are you from Florida? And he was like, no, but I went to school in Florida. And I was like, okay. He said, I went to FSU. And I was like, I went to FSU. And then we ended up being there, overlap years. And then how you start talking, it was like, oh, yeah, we knew certain people, same people. We ended up being in the same wedding together. So anywho, of course, like for the rest of the cruise, whenever I would see LaRon, his crew, his wonderful husband, I was just like, hey, where we going? What are we doing? We had a good old time. We had a good old time with that pool deck. Who we got here? Travel, yes, we see. Oh, I messed that up. Version proves that everyone doesn't need sparkles. The biggest in slides. There we go. Something to be said for a vibe and not having a cruise line in your pockets. Quote of the night. And did I say yes, we see? Hopefully I didn't mess up your name. And that is really what I would say, like, you have to have, not you have to, or you're going to have a very quiet experience on Version. But you got to do some, like, connecting with people. But I will also say, like, if you are not, like LaRon and Siobhan, they'll say, like, I'm not a connector. And not all of us, there are some times that I'm like, I don't want to talk to, like, I get on some of these ships and I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Life has, not life, but just, because I'm thankful. I don't have, like, life don't be lifing too much. But, like, sometimes you just feel like you're just getting dogged at work, you know what I'm saying? And you got to make sure the grass is cut. Like, you're just doing all these things, Sometimes you get on a ship and you're like, I don't want to be bothered with nobody. And then next thing you know, like, you just start making connections. But like, I would say Version, if you just go to one activity, like if you're a solo traveler, try to go to a solo meetup and just see what happens. And I will say the 2 times I went on Version and wasn't like a part of a group, I immediately, and this was not me being overtly social, I don't think, like I immediately found like 1 or 2 people who, like, the next couple of days, not that I need to be like latched onto them, but like whenever I would see them, it would be like, okay, I hung out all day by myself. Like even the third day I saw LaRon, I was up on the deck by myself. And when I saw them down there, I was like, okay, you've been sitting by yourself all day long reading your book. Like go talk to some people. So yeah. So I will say it's not the bells and whistles. You're literally gonna get some cute place to sit. You're gonna get some decent food, but it definitely has like a lot of like connections for people. Virgin definitely gets into like, I feel like I'm getting deep into like human psychology of like, if you put these chairs this way and put one person this way, what will make people connect? It's kind of interesting. It's a weird thing. Traveling Black couple says it wasn't cute at all. It was not, baby. But it was a vibe. The second day was a vibe. Seth Stone says, I was already excited. My first VV cruise, but LaRon just hyped me up even more. Now I can't wait. Yeah. It's not like it's a good vibe. And I will say, like, from my first time sailing on Virgin to like this third time, again, I've seen enhancements. Because I will say, like, the first time I sailed on Virgin, I can see how people were saying Virgin is not a day ship, it's a night ship. And I was kind of like, because y'all know your girl be in bed. So I didn't struggle because I was with a group, but like I could see that whole scenario of like, okay, it's not enough morning activities. And I will say now, little old me who loves to go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock on a cruise ship, I had plenty to do during the day. Like they had this this little cute Italian woman was singing SWV Week, y'all. I had to share that clip in the back of the dock. Like they have the bingo games are good. You like to gamble a little bit and they don't like rip you off. So I would say give it a try. Give it a try. Go with the open mind. And it's definitely something for everybody. And LaRon, yes, LaRon is happy to help. Happy to help for sure. And his information was in the chat. Folks saying getting okay. Now are y'all ready? It's 47 people in the chat. I done hyped up Virgin enough, and I'm not getting no kickbacks from Virgin yet. Virgin girl, if you want to call me, more than happy to work with you. I have booked my next Virgin voyage. I have like 2 on the books actually. I have my group cruise. You want to come to the Good Government Getaway? Hit me up, cwc@gmail.com. And then I booked, in all the hype, I did book Brilliant Lady. I booked Brilliant Lady. Yes, I did. I booked Brilliant Lady the first day the travel agents could book Brilliant Lady. And I used my placeholder. And that was an interesting experience to like go from customer to like agent. It was cool. But yes, I have at least 2 more voyages on Virgin locked in. And yeah, I come off those ships feeling very like relaxed because they don't rush you off in the morning. Oh, there go my girl Angel. Angel, I'm gonna have to drop you the link if you want to pop up after I do my trip announcement and you want to talk about Valiant. So don't go nowhere. But I don't want to lose the people, but I want you to talk about your stuff too, Angel. So all right, y'all ready for trip announcement? Let's see if I can go through these really quickly. LaRon say exactly natural connections. Yeah, everybody was finding their people. Everybody was finding their people for sure. Like even in the Facebook group, which I've never seen a Facebook group vibe that much. And I will say, like LaRon kind of hinted to it. And I don't try to get too deep into travel agent stuff because they tell us what we can and can't talk about. But if you just so happen to end up on one of those voyages that are like a preview for agents, let's just say that, those tend to be more of a vibe because more people are sailing during that those ones. So this one, the one I went on was actually one that like you had a lot of agents, and then people were happy to be there, baby. Who else we got? Margaret Logan. LaRon said, "Oh yeah, the duo." And usually I don't like the acoustic duo. I find the acoustic duo is a little boring. I like live music, but sometimes the acoustic kind of is like, all right, I'm getting sleepy. When I say every musical act on Valiant, and again, this is the first time encounter, like on Scarlet, it was like 2 of the 4 acts were like good. Valiant, the Black Lady ship ain't miss. Every musical act was hitting. There was an a cappella group in the theater. And again, something for everybody. There was an a cappella group in the theater. And the backside of the ship, quiet area, was the dock. The DJs were DJing. I do want Virgin to let their DJs a little more loose, but it was a difference this time in a good way. But I think Virgin, I'm assuming there is a connection to Virgin Records. So let the girls loose a little bit. And the DJs were being very responsible because they were taking the crowd up and would watch and make sure the crowd didn't get a little too crazy and, let people go back, let the people get, rehydrate, reset, calm down, get your heart rate down. And then they would take us back up. And then when she closes out nice and proper. It wasn't like I hate when a DJ like gets you all hype and they're like, that's my time. So they did a really good job. I just want Virgin to let their DJs a little more loose. And particularly, I have noticed too, a little ding to the Virgin notch, and like, you know, a little small subtraction. I have noticed a few times I went on Virgin, the 3 times. By the time you get to Bimini, it feels like you've already heard the entire DJ catalog. So that's what I'm saying. Like Virgin, if you can't let them loose on the ship, let them loose at Bimini, because I don't want to hear the 4th time, you know, this same song about time Bimini Beach Club. Like that should be your, like, what is it? The pinnacle moment. Like that should be like a, oh my God, I don't want to go home, you know? Not that like, oh, I've heard this, you know, song that got me hype on day 1. Now I'm tired of hearing it. So that would be a bit of a critique. But minor things that we can work on. And that Bimini Beach Club needs more chairs, but I'm also kind of like, maybe they don't want y'all to have more chairs because they really want y'all to be in the pool. So if you are you need a chair kind of girl, you need to get out to Bimini early. YFC is speaking. Travel as Angel says, hey, Calvin She, how y'all? Hey, Shelton and Key, how y'all doing? Folks saying, okay, oh, Angel, cool, Angel, hang around. I'm gonna do my trip announcement. I'm just gonna get through these comments real quick, and then I'm gonna bring Angel up. Angel says, baby, the entertainment's on point. So, Angel, when you pop up, when you talk about entertainment, girl, Travel as Angel says, when they played Cardi B, I was in a zone. When they played, I mean, it was so funny because she was trying to get the girls to stop twerking, and she played like, I don't know, Miley Cyrus, and the girls were doing like kick lines in the pools. Like, we did not sit down. Their live music isn't the same old cookie cutter you get on Royal. It's not. It was a good fusion of live music. Traveling Black Couple says, yeah, we noticed that too about the DJs. Yeah. Make Bimini your pinnacle moment. Like, that could be like the, you know, you're going to play the same songs at Bimini Beach Club. And Travel, yes. I need to say, we see. Travel, yes, we see. Oh, I get it. I think if I'm saying it right. I don't know. It's saying Bimini is the most structured because the dances are choreographed to it. Yeah, it's fine. Like, have your choreographed moment to like introduce the staff, get the staff out and situated around the pool. But at some point post choreographed moment, let the DJ loose. Let the DJ loose. And Captain Caught saying hello. All right, so y'all 46 people are here for a travel announcement. And so if, you know, I don't have lives every time or every Monday. I don't go weekly live. When I go live because I have a trip announcement. And as you can see in the title, it's my Platinum Cruise. And, you know, Platinum is probably 1 or 2 cruise lines or 3 because, you know, but anyway, I'm being Platinum on Carnival. Thank you. Thank you. I know. And this is my 25th cruise, so that's going to be a great one. And we are going for my Platinum Cruise. It's my yearly family cruise, so we have 8 family members going. And we are going on Carnival Jubilee. So yes, your girl is back on the Excel class ship. I'm excited about that. And it will be a week with family. Pray for me. My mom decided she wanted to get a scooter, and the scooter apparently we parked in my room. Because yeah, this trip, if y'all got any tips, give me tips for, and I'm going to put Angel up. Give me tips for cruising with your family. Because y'all know your girl is a solo cruiser. Okay? And I have already, what I did was I got my own room. And granted, my family does a week, we do a yearly cruise. But you know, put in the chat what should be some tips for the family members. Adrian dropped the link for you to pop up. Thank you for the congratulations on my Platinum Carnival Cruise. I am looking forward to that priority lane. They're gonna have to wash a bag of laundry for me, something. I'm gonna get my 2 bottles of water. I'm taking all my little platinum things. But no, the reason why I was like so hell bent on getting platinum on Carnival is because one of my cousins is turning platinum the same cruise. But she said she will try another cruise line once she gets platinum on Carnival. So that means next year's family cruise, hopefully, will be a whole nother cruise line. I don't know. It should be. We'll see. Somebody will probably get a casino deal and ain't going to want to get off Carnival. But folks are saying congratulations. Hey, Richard Jazz said, nice. Enjoy the Jubilee. Thank you. I am coming to Houston, Philly D, but I'm going to be hightailing it right to Galveston. So I want to hang. If it was solo Carlene, I would hang in Houston for a little bit. But it's Carlene with family, so I gotta We're going to land and we're going to get on down to Galveston and start our family cruise on the Go Yellows. Thank you. Captions call since we just got the Jubilee. Cool. Give me some tips. Signet Soul Cruiser says, welcome to the Platinum Club. Get that laundry done. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to get that laundry done. About day 4, I'm like, hey. And, thank you. And rule number 1, have your own cabin. Because what I learned is my mom and I, usually my mom is my roommate on our family cruises. And I learned that now, y'all see this fan that's running? We are women of 2 different ages. Whereas I'm chronically now hot. And my mom is almost 70. She turned 75, 76. I can't remember how old my mom is. 76. She's always cold. So after the last family cruise last April, I said, Mama, you got to get your own. We can't do this no more. Oh, Angel, come back. I'm sorry. I was talking too long. All right, I get Angel back. I was just about to hit the button, Angel. Come back, Angel. A traveling Black couple says, congrats. So event, or what is this? Tips for if you are cruising with family, especially if you are used to going solo. Angel, come back. I forgot to hit the button. Hopefully it lets you back. There we go. There she go. Okay, here we go, Angel. Hey, girl.
Hey, I was driving my car. I was trying to make sure that y'all could hear me because I had my earpiece on.
We can hear you. We can hear you. So everyone, Travel Vibes with Angel.
What is going on, people? Look, I'm out. I'm dropping off orders so I can go on me another Virgin Cruise. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now.
So, Angel, tell the people about Valiant Lady. Because I feel like they think I'm lying about how hype it was.
You know what? When last year I went on the Scarlet Lady for the first time. Scarlet Lady was pretty crunk. Like, I had a good time. But it was something about that Black Mermaid, baby. I don't know if because they got the Black Mermaid on the side or something. I kid y'all not. Valiant Lady was crunk the whole 5 days. It wasn't one day that wasn't crunk on the Valiant Lady.
It wasn't. What was your favorite part?
You know what? I think my favorite part was the Leroy's band. That night we had the entertainment. There was a band out of Mississippi. That was like one of my favorite moments was that night because everybody got up and participated. Like when I got up and I had the people doing the line dance and electric slide, and then we did the Soul Train. It was like men was getting up dancing and stuff too. And I was like, yes, you bringing the men to the dance floor? That's what really got me.
Across the whole thing, because even if like we at the pool deck, it was just everybody was dancing. Like, and I only heard like one lady complain, and she was just like, "Oh, they're twerking," but like it was literally something for everybody.
Everybody
throughout that shit.
The music that they played, I think they did it for everybody to get in it. So yeah, they probably have a few twerk songs, but then they have, you know, a little pop, a little R&B, a little b-boy style dance, and they had something for everybody. So it wasn't your typical, you know how they say that music, but they had enough to keep you going. Cause like I was like,
I love a good fist bump.
And then even Scarlet Night. So I know a lot of people probably they want a Scarlet Night to be outside. I was able to experience Scarlet Night outside in the pool, and that's a totally different experience than experiencing, you know, inside because of the weather. But it was jam-packed. We stayed in there to about 1:30, and then they put us out and told us to go to the nightclub. But it was jam-packed in the Red Room to about 1:30, and then they moved us to the nightclub. So no one.
I never made it to nightclub this sailing.
I didn't go either. Not one night. When I left there, it was 1:30. I was like, okay, that's enough for me tonight. You know,
I didn't feel like I needed to go to the nightclub. Like that's how much fun I was having.
Right. And even one day on the sailing, I stayed in the room one whole day. And I think I came out like 3 times to eat. But each time I came out, I couldn't sit still because people kept stopping me, like having conversations, just talking. And so I would be sitting out, you know, eating, and we'd be talking about what happened last night. Did you enjoy this? This was like one of my favorite cruises I have been on. And it was my first solo cruise. And it made it even much more special that I could be solo if you wanted to be solo. But if you didn't, you had people to interact with still.
sure.
I met so many people on this cruise, so I had a good time.
And you brought like a good little delegation of people, and Alabama was in there strong, baby.
Yeah, that's why I said I kept meeting people. I was like, hold on, I met a classmate getting on the elevator. I was like, what? I'm like, people from everywhere was on there, and it was real fun. There was a lot of people out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
I met them at the port, getting on. So I was like, okay, so our people, we showing up. We showing up.
What do you think? Because I haven't talked to you since the Brilliant Lady release. Were you locked? Because we were getting off the ship the day that they announced Brilliant Lady, and actually it seemed like Virgin was bringing on some of their executives and some of their what's it called, staff members to sail after we sail. What did you think about that Brilliant Lady rollout?
You know what? I'm ready for the Brilliant Lady. I am so ready. I think I want to catch her at every port. Every different destination that she's leaving from, I think I'm going to hop on at all the destinations.
Yeah, I
am so ready.
I booked her as soon as I could.
What? You did? Where you leaving out of?
I ain't going to tell y'all yet. But it's a good one.
Okay. You got to tell
It's a good one.
But it was funny. Because remember, we was discussing that. We kept saying, where are they going to leave from? And I said, I think they're going to leave from multiple destinations.
Yeah,
that was my guess. I was like, they put so many states up there. I think they're going to try each different state out to see what works for them.
That's what
they did.
That's what Norwegian did for Prima. They took her from New York to Miami to Galveston, and I don't know where Prima is now. She down in San Juan. I can't remember. But they kind of did like a similar tour of Prima to different ports. I think it's smart. What do you think about them being in Alaska, though? I'm a little worried about the Alaska move.
You know what? Yeah, because if the Brilliant is kind of built like the other ship, it's like it's not. I don't feel like it'll be built for Alaska because there's not enough windows.
Yeah.
For you to look out of if it's too cold.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I think of Alaska, I think more of like Norwegian. Because they had them observatory rooms and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about that when I think about Alaska. So I don't know if I would do Alaska on Virgin unless they have something like that. Like if the ship is just going to be a little bit different, and they have more rooms that you can look at Alaska from.
And welcome in 51 people. What is something that you want Virgin to tweak or do differently?
I got to see, like, Virgin is my all-inclusive. Y'all know I've been platinum on Carnival for about 2 years, and I'm not even trying to get the diamond at this point because it's like Virgin got my heart at this moment. So it's like I really don't know right now. Maybe a few more comedy shows or something like that. Because they did have a few. Hold on.
Or I like that whole approach to like how they did the acapella group. So maybe like a different variety acts and switch it up.
Yeah. And see, I didn't get a chance to go see the acapella group, and I wish I did because I love acapella because what is that? Pitch Perfect is like one of my favorite movies. So, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't want to stop y'all, but I'm trying to make some Virgin money.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go. You want me to let you go? I'm gonna let you go.
No, I'm just dropping this off. Congratulations. All right. Have a great day.
Congrats.
Yeah. Look. Right. Girl, I'm still doing these graduation orders. We still have kids graduating from high school. So I'm dropping off.
I think this is a good time to like plug all your things. I know you craft. You're also a TA. You also have a channel.
Oh, I do so much. Okay, I have Travel Vibes with Angel. That's one of my channels. I also have Angels I Think I Can. That's just like a normal vlogging channel where I do a lot on that. Let me tell y'all something though. My people, that's all here. When y'all go to my channels, don't come for me. You're going to see my last video probably was 2 months ago. I have 8 cruise series that I have to post. And I'm literally down for 2 months. I'm about to have surgery. So I will be recovering for almost 10 weeks. So guess what? Y'all finna get tired of me. So if y'all want a lot of cruise content, like I have the Jubilee, I have the Horizon, I have the Sunshine, I have the Spirit, I have 2 Virgin cruises, the Scarlet Lady and the Valiant that I haven't, posted yet. So if y'all want to see some Make sure y'all come on over.
Hit subscribe because all of those ships are coming to a screen near you.
Right. I am so ready.
Cool.
So, and also I have a group cruise coming out next year.
Yes, tell us about it.
Look, now I'm trying to see how I'm gonna work this because I want to go. I want to go on your group cruise too, and my group cruise is like 2 weeks before. It's 2 weeks after yours, so I'm like, how can I do this? That means I had to do like a 3-peat. So I'm trying to figure this out.
Keep selling them gifts, girl.
Really?
Because like I'm gonna be there.
Look, and so that's why I said there may be a 3-peat. You know, we may have a little 3-peat situation going on. So
yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
I'm gonna see about that. You know, but yeah, so that's about all. You know, as much that I have coming from me, and you know.
Well, we'll be tuned in. Everybody hit that sub button. I'm gonna let you off so you can keep
driving. Right. All right, bye.
So you got Travel Vibes with Angel. Okay, so some of you all had dropped. So Angel's doing her, she has a variety of channels, Travel Vibes with Angel. She has a bunch of ships that she's going to release on her channel. And she also has a group cruise, the Freaky Friday group cruise, which is Friday the 13th. At some point, go over to her channels to see that. All right, so y'all were in the chat dropping tips for how I can survive this family vacation. Thank you for saying, thank you for platinum. I'm like, yes, my platinum cruise. Now I can feel like I can, you know, like Angel said, I'm like, I have no desire to get, I don't think any higher than platinum on Carnival. I just wanted those perks, particularly that priority boarding. And my family and I kind of did like a competition to get to platinum so that the deal was, and they better not go back on the deal. The deal was whenever we make it to platinum, we're going to try another cruise line as a family. So hopefully they keep that up. It'll be interesting to see which cruise lines of family we will end up doing. Maybe I can get them to announce that during the series on the Jubilee. But yes, the Jubilee, Carnival Jubilee will be my platinum cruise. And the reason we have Monday meetups is because I don't go meet live every Monday, but I go live whenever there's a trip announcement. So on the Go Yellow says, okay, how to survive a family trip? Rule numero uno, have your own cabin. So check, I got that one. A traveling Black couple says, congrats, pick one event to go together. So we usually do dinner. That's kind of like our staple as a family. That's our thing. Of we don't care what you do during the daytime, but everybody has to come together for dinner in the evening. But they said pick one event to go together so that you don't feel forced to hang out together all day. Because yes, you need your breaks. You need your breaks for sure. Phil and D says, I get a pass for not seeing them. Yeah, Phil and D. I would, if it was a Carlene trip, I would have just hang out in Houston for the day and then go down to Galveston. But what we're going to do is, and I know when you go to Galveston, they say stay in Houston. That way you don't have to do the double shuttle. However, we're breaking that rule. So we're going to hightail to Galveston that day. I think we're staying at like a True by Hilton or something like that. And then we'll go over to the port. But yeah, if it's a tip for Galveston to stay in Houston so you don't have to do the shuttle twice. At least that's what I hear. But you know, when my mama gets latched on a trip, she has everything booked within days. And that dang on hotel, she had everything locked in. She had her scooter, this. So child, on the Go Yellow says, yes, we realized long ago my mom needs her own cabin for those reasons. Listen, the 40-year-old hormones are kicking in, and I be hot. I be hot. My mom be cold, and what she'll do is we'll fight over the thermostat at night, and she doesn't realize that like when you get to the red, it turns on the heat. So she, instead of making like a small adjustment, she'll turn the thermostat like way to one direction. So I'm waking up in the middle of the night, like can't breathe. I'm hot. And so, yeah, we did our April group cruise, our April 2023. We've been doing the family trips every year since 2017. Every year since 2017, which is a blessing. Last year we did Carnival Legend because we had one family member who was scared to fly, but she had so much fun that she's ready on the plane to get to see like the bigger ships. But we did Carnival Legends so that a few of my family members who, prefer driving, they could just drive down from Pennsylvania to Baltimore, cruise port. But yeah, I shared the room with my mom, and I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna do that. And thank God I had this little fan here. That was my saving grace. But every time, and then old people bathroom situation. Like, I know I'm gonna be an old person one day. I get it. I know it's gonna happen. But it's like, okay, Mom, like, you need to put that bed, you need to be in the bed close to the bathroom. And I'm a person that I sleep in complete darkness. So she got to keep a light on because she's going from this bed around me to the child. I just said, when we agreed to the family group trip, I said, she was like, you'll be my roommate? I said, So she found a friend. And I thank God for that friend. It was to the point that I was like, I will pay the difference for you to have your own room and for me to have my own room. But she found somebody to split the room with. But I was just like, we can't do this. We can't, like, for the mother and daughter connection alone, we can't be in the same room for 7 days. Because, Go Big Go says, congratulations and welcome to the Platinum Club. Get that $25 casino play. Thank you, Miss Vicky. Yes. Because I don't know, my aunt is my aunt is one of the people that, like, if you get lost on a group cruise, like, you can just walk through the casino, she's going to be in there. So I probably will have more casino time this trip because I have more family who are going to be in the casino. So I'm going to try to do a certain amount every night and see if that also helps me get these deals. I was watching, what was their name? It was a group, I was watching somebody's video. Not Endless Cruises. I can't, Carnival Cruise Addicts. I was watching Carnival Cruise Addicts video before I started my live stream. And they were doing a video. If you go over to Carnival Cruise Addicts, they're doing a video. They have a video that actually kind of went a little viral. It has like 8,000 views already on the differences of the Carnival Cruise deals. So I was watching that. And I think my strategy this time is going to be some slots. And I'm going to try to learn how to play blackjack a little bit. Just a little blackjack. Even though those $10 tables scare me. Captions card says, congrats on platinum. Thank you. Alicia was telling Angel to drive safely. Oh, yes. The dude, little Michael Jackson. There was this guy who was at the pool. And it was so funny because you would think he was kind of like a little weird. I actually got to talk to him a little bit on my excursion, my snorkeling and shark excursion. He was just so normal and kind of cool. But, like, that man had moves every day. But everybody, when I say everybody in that ship was dancing and just kind of letting their hair down and talking to people, it was a good time on Virgin. It was a good time, at least on the Valiant Lady. And I think there's something to be said. Again, that was my third cruise on Virgin. I think there's something to be said about that 5-day Dominican days out of Miami. I've done the 4-day Fire and Sunsets, which goes to Key West. I've done that one, and that one was cool, but it didn't have that. If you want a good time on Virgin, get that Dominican days. People who get on that one, because I think the allure of the DR pulls in a certain crowd, get on that one. And again, it's not like a super like turn time, but you're gonna find something to do. And then if Virgin doesn't shift, the Valiant Lady, the whole entertainment team was just a beast. They were a beast. Is Virgin Voyage learning its lesson on the music side or still EDM? No, it was a mixture. I also probably am a little, because I like EDM. Like I'm a fist pumping good time. I like house music, so I don't mind the thumping, but they mixed it up. And not the issue, but the thing was, like, this group of people love music so much that it was kind of like, you could have put on EDM, you could have put on country, you could have put on pop, you could have put on hip hop. They were dancing. So it was just the group, like they could switch all genres and everybody was still having a good time to the music. But there is still some EDM, but it's not like, I didn't find it to be inundated with EDM, but I would love Virgin to do like an EDM. Ooh, do a rave. Now, that might come with some issues because people might start thinking they can sneak the drugs on board. But Virgin should do like a rave party, like a good EDM fist pumping party. That would be fun. I would sign up for it because I love a fist pumping good time. But they actually, to answer your question, they had a mixture. But Virgin, if you're watching, your favorite couple says it was a whole vibe. Phil D says, tips for traveling with family and welcoming 49 people. They say our family will always do our own thing on sea days. A group of us did the same excursion, or we had multiple groups doing different excursions together, but we always had dinner together every night. Yeah, I like that. Dinner together. Well, we do dinner together every night, so that's for sure. I think because we have a couple folks who are going to be in scooters, and I know personally I'm going to find it stressful to have my mom. My mom is one of those people who will be in a scooter. This trip it's also her first time traveling in a scooter, so I already have a little bit of anxiety about that. So a piece of me is kind of like, I think we're going to do maybe one excursion like with the family, and we probably need to like go our separate ways during the daytime. Because I feel like I'm gonna be stressed out with this scooter. Because if it breaks down, I'm gonna have a whole panic attack. But yeah, I think I'm planning out some things. If you have ideas for Roatan or what's around the port for Roatan, I haven't been to Roatan because it's this. The cruise announcement. I'm going on Carnival Jubilee, and we are doing it's Roatan. We are doing Cozumel, and there's Costa Maya. Roatan, Costa Maya, and Cozumel are my 3 ports. So if anybody has ideas, that's not animals. Like, it's so much sloths and monkeys. I don't do animals on vacation. So if y'all have any ideas for things to do in Costa Maya, Cozumel, it seems like all the beach clubs are kind of sold out already. And Roatan, I know YFC was dropping some tips for what to do in Roatan. So I think Roatan might be our family excursion, and then Cozumel and Costa Maya, I think we can probably let the older folks do their own thing because there's so much stuff at the port. But I think for Roatan, we might have to do it as a family. And I'm thinking about doing we might do like a rum tour, maybe the like rum chocolate and like rum cake situation. And I think they will like that. That'll be a family moment. And then the next 2 ports, everybody can go their separate ways. Unless we can find like a beach club that actually has access in Cozumel. But I've heard, I'm not sure how many ships in port on whatever they were in Cozumel, but I've heard the beach clubs are sold out. But I got to confirm that. Stepstone, this says this is a little bit too much eye contact for a moving car. I didn't even notice. Was Angel driving and talking to us? Oops. Phil and D Sharples or on the go yellow says right, Phil and D, but definitely get your time alone. Breakfast, lunch, pool, you will need it. Thank you for the tips, appreciate it. Janelle says woohoo, be him in the house, and shout out to Janelle. And also, this reminds me, so my channel members, if you are a member of the channel C-Suite, if you're not a member of the channel, you can jump into the C-Suite. Just hit that join button, but you can subscribe for free too. But my channel members, I think what I want to do on that Sunday, I'm going to do a members only live from the ship on that Sunday. And of course, if you're not a channel member, on that Saturday sail away day, I usually go live too. But I think I'm gonna do like a members only Zoom from the ship for members. So probably Sunday morning, 10 a.m. ish. We gotta see that. Whoa, Tracy Ed Stevens says Prima is in Iceland right now. Okay, so they must be, where's Viva then? But I know what they did was for when they released Prima, they kind of took her around to like different US ports, and it looks like Virgin's doing something similar. Travel, yes, we see, says Alaska needs a covered pool on small ships. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I know Virgin says they want to do Alaska, but I'm like, it's not a cold, the way they make their ships currently it's not cold weather ships. Like they're very outdoorsy kind of ships. Now they could have more lounge areas. That's one thing I would love to see on a Virgin ship. More lounge areas near the entertainment, a little more shade because it gets really hot. But I don't find like Virgin to be like cold weather ships. Like I have a client who's going on, where's she going? Ovation of the Sea or Odyssey of the Seas or Anthem of the Seas. That class of royal ships are like really good for like cold weather. I also think Prima, or at least I haven't been on Viva yet, but I think Viva's made the same as Prima. That class of ships is kind of built like cold weather ships too. So I just don't see, and I don't see Alaska for Virgin. Like, I know they're going to Alaska. I just don't see Alaska being a good time on Virgin. And like how Angel said, like they have a lot of other ships have like observation lounges, that kind of thing. Like Virgin doesn't have like an observation lounge-ish area. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying I can't picture Virgin in Alaska, but I know they were saying people were asking for it. I also know people ask for stuff that they don't pay for. So it'll be interesting to see how Virgin fares in Alaska and then how they kind of put a spin on Alaska cruises. I'm curious about that. I want to go, Yolo says, bring it, Angel. Our favorite couple says, we ready, give the people what they want. They were saying hey to Angel. Sig says, take long restroom breaks where you may or may not go to an actual restroom. So if y'all know Sig, the solo cruiser, tap into Sig. Sig has been releasing a bunch of videos on solo cruise tips. And Sig's been doing some really deep breakdowns on pricing. So, those cruise lines that say they're for solo cruisers, Sig has been kind of myth busting to see if their prices really are solo cruise worthy. But Sig's one of her favorite ways to get out, engage with people. Is Sig says she has to go to the bathroom. So if you meet Sig, the solo cruiser, she says she's going to the bathroom, that means she's tired of you. The jig is up, Sig. They travel, yes, we see, says we don't always try to hang together. We might get on WhatsApp and say, I'm at Serenity. So if people want to join, they can, but we aren't waddling like ducks behind each other. Yeah, and see, the thing is, my mom is not good with technology. My mom is 76, and when I say I am her geek squad, and I'm so sick of being her geek squad, like I probably at some point before we get on the ship, I need to add the app to her phone. But I know if I add, she's going to get scared to even open up her phone because she's going to be scared that she's going to get charged, even if you put it on airplane mode. So my thing is I'll probably have to give her like a everyday bring to breakfast, like a, what is it called? A daily planner or something, so that she can, or is it the Carnival daily calendar on paper, which they still provide guest services, FYI. I'll probably have to go bring her one of those because I know she's not going to use the app. But it's kind of like the way my family operates is if I walk through if I get bored or if I get tired or if I get like I want to engage with people, if I walk through the casino, there's going to be a family member in there. That's how they roll. Together We Travel says, congrats, neighbor, your platinum status. I just turned platinum on the Horizon. Congrats to you. And we just came off yesterday. Cool beans. Yeah, Carnival Horizon is a ship I want to get on for sure. On the Go Yellow says diversity helps in the casino. So yeah, don't just play the she's saying don't just play the slots. I need to try table games. And who was it? Again, Carnival Cruise Addicts, they had that tips. They were talking about like how many hands you need to play on the tables. It was interesting to watch. So yeah, if you want to hit up them and watch that video, I think it was really informative. In their video, they interviewed a casino host, or what do they call the person who runs a casino for the day? I guess it's called the host. Carla's laughing. Carla says, I like EDM too. Yeah, fist pump a little bit. You burn some calories. A traveling black couple says, we're going zip lining in Roatan in August. Awesome. Yeah. I'm debating because there's something that I want to do in Roatan that I want to really get on my channel, but I'm also kind of like acknowledging that I'm going to have family with me. And I don't want to like just leave them and get channel content, but they also understand like I have a channel. So I'm debating, but there's one place I really want to go to, but that's awesome. There's a lot of like zip lining in Roatan. There's a lot of like sloughs. YFC was saying that there's like a beach that you can catch the magic swing ride up the hill. So there's some options. Travel, yes, we see, says there's a captive beach. There is a captive beach in Roatan. What's a captive beach? In Mahogany Bay. Oh, yeah, no. My mom, I'm not getting Scooter Gang up on any zip line excursion. We're going to be walking around the port and I might hire a taxi. And then for Costa Maya, I know Costa Maya has the pee pool. But they also have like a DJ, so we might just hang around a pool for Costa Maya. And then Cozumel, hopefully we can find like a spot at one of the beach clubs in Cozumel, because that kind of worked with one of our family cruises. We just hung out at a beach club, but I didn't want to like do all beach clubs. But I also have to remind myself of like, this is not going to be like cruising by myself. So there are going to be some things that I'll probably have to run back this same itinerary solo. Phil and D's Travel Suite says Costa Maya will be just a hangout port. We zip line in the jungle in Roatan. Not sure that's scooter appropriate though. No, scooter gang ain't getting up there. Hey, Miss Bree Brizzle. Miss Bree Brizzle says, I enjoyed the Turquoise Beach Club. Let me write this down. And it's also about what's in people's budgets. Turquoise Beach Club. Thank you, Miss Bree Brizzle. This is why we have these meetups. So y'all can tell me where to go. I'll look into it and see if it's like in the budget. But I think what I'm going to do is we're going to like maybe hire a taxi and see if we can go to like the Rum Factory, Rum Cake and Chocolate. And then maybe just post up, go to a bar or something. We'll see. A lot of Beham. Where are all these people from Birmingham coming from? Hey, Regina. Regina saying good evening. Welcome in, Regina. Sig is laughing. The Cruise Compass. Yes. So the Cruise Compass is the printed itinerary for the day. And if you're on a Carnival ship, you can usually find it, especially the Excel class ships, you can find it at the guest services. You also can find it at the coffee shop in the morning if you want a pretty printed copy of the Cruise Compass, especially for your family members who like my mom who don't do apps and won't be able to, she'll take a pen and circle stuff that she want to go to. That's still an option for those who have older folks who are traveling, who aren't really tech savvy, but you still want them to know like here, these are some things you can do. So I'll have to make sure I get the frontal or fun times. Here we go. And I'm following you down a rabbit hole, Phil and D. The Carnival Fun Times. The Cruise Compass. Who has Cruise Compass? Royal Caribbean? But yeah, Carnival Fun Times. You want a paper copy, go to guest services, or you can go to the Java Blue Cafe and they'll have paper copies. And, pick up a couple of those, take them to your family breakfast, and then peace out. Together We Travel says the fun times are delivered to your cabin daily now. Oh, okay, cool. I know they had rolled it back for a little bit. And I'm a kind of person, I don't necessarily need paper, except for I like paper when I'm on Virgin. There's some cruise lines that their paper stuff does a little better. Like I like to get Virgin's paper copy because the app can like roll back when you're trying to scroll through. That's a tip for Virgin. Go to the coffee shop in the morning, get your cruise, whatever the thing is, itinerary, because the app might likely glitch. No problem. Thanks for the correction. Travel EC says Carnival leases Mahogany Bay like Coco Cay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my first time in Roatan. Oh, so that means I get a new country under my belt. So this will be country number 33, Honduras. 34. Country number 34 will be Honduras with this cruise. And this is my 25th cruise, and it'll also be my platinum cruise. So a lot of milestones today. Andre Campbell's in the building. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. So it's captive of Carnival for its guests. Got it. Oh, that's what that means. Thank you. We are learning things today. They said we rent SUVs in Cozumel. Impossible to get lost. Only one main road, and they have great free beaches. Good to know, especially for y'all who can do it. I probably can't do that this trip, but it's a few couples in this group, in this chat right now. That would probably be a cool excursion for y'all to get on camera. Travel, yes, we see says coasted by a lot of people rent golf carts. Cool. And Phil and D. Charles says, yeah, I think Royal Caribbean is a cruise compass. We've been doing a lot of Royal lately. Yeah. I mean, look, you went rogue on Carnival, so you got to give my girl D her all-inclusives in her Royal Caribbean. And Anthony on the Move says, hello, everybody. Parkers Go had a personal tour guide for her family while in Roatan. I think they use Roa Tours. Okay, good to know. I will circle back with them. So cool. We have made it to the end of the chat. This is C with C. Thanks for coming to chat with me. So if you came here tonight, we have our Monday meetup. We don't meet up every Monday. We just meet up whenever there's a trip announcement. And I announced my trip on Carnival Jubilee, which will be this week with family. So, send out good vibes for that. What else? I talked about Valiant Lady, my experience with that, as well as I talked a little bit about my last vlog, which was Mariner of the Seas, and I was happy to finally wrap that series up. Our next Monday meetup, because I know some of you love your calendar moments, and so do I. Our next Monday meetup, plug it into your calendar, will be June 17th 8 p.m. So lock that into your calendars now. And I'll give you a hint. This will be a land-based vacation. So lock it in. June 17th, come to the meetup. Let's chat. If anything pops up, we'll be couch cruising. What else? I'll probably go live on Saturday, which is Sail Away Day. So if you want to plug into the channel, usually I pop up live. If you are a channel member, I'm going to probably do a members only like Zoom live. We can see each other from the ship. Hopefully the internet cooperates. So look out for that in the member section. What else? And if you want to cruise with me, you were digging the vibes, you're like, she's cool, or you want to try out a ship that you haven't tried, I am booking my own group cruise, which will be my first group cruise, which is the Good Government Getaway, which I'm playing on the Good Government holidays. So that's going to be September 2025. We will be on Virgin Voyages, Valiant Lady, and it's going to the Dominican Republic and Bimini Beach Club, 5 days over the Labor Day holiday. All right, so we have a couple of closing announcements. Carla saying peace out. Bye, Carla. Regina saying safe travels. Margaret Logan says enjoy your cruise. Bree Brizzle saying have fun and congrats on platinum status. Thank you. And we're going to close with, oh, cool. And we're going to close with, I love a good, positive affirmation to close with. And we're going to close with Yolo's comment because I needed this one. Yolo says, have a great time and pack your patience. Yes, ma'am, will do. It's CMC. Thanks for coming to chat with me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.